Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel for this Tuesday morning, afternoon or evening across the world where you may be at. And today I'm going to be talking about the next episode of the ITV series called The Assembly, and today's celebrity is going to be Lenny Henry. And the only critique I'm going to give about him was at the very beginning, where he comes in, introduces himself, and then he says, "When can I go? Can I go as soon as I can?" And I thought that was a little bit rude and a little bit stuck up, if I'm honest. I didn't really appreciate the way he came across. But then he kind of got directed to his seat and sat down, and people started introducing themselves. And for those of you that don't know, the ITV Assembly programme is a programme that is run by people with disabilities, whether it's neurodiverse disabilities, physical disabilities, or learning disabled disabilities. And they basically get to question him and discuss any topic. There's no question, no topic off bounds. So he's there. Each episode is 35 minutes. So you get to see him being questioned and being put in the most uncomfortable position. And he does say on quite a few occasions at the beginning that he feels a bit uncomfortable, but then that's what he's there to do. He's there to answer questions and to meet all these people who are neurodiverse, physically disabled and learning disabled. And as the questions go, they get kind of better and gradually not as severe as some of the ones that were asked to Stephen Fry in the previous episode. And he explains about coming over from Jamaica when he was a child, and then finding out that his uncle was then in fact actually his father. And he talks about the struggle of working in Britain and having to work for people who were different from him, and having to see Britain being broken and different among the years that he's been here, and working within celebrity world and media world and doing films and comedy, stand-up. And it was nice and quite refreshing, if I'm honest, to see him being so honest and so open. But again, I kind of found him a little bit cocky. He's actually just like, well, I've done this and I've done that, and we have to kind of try and accept people who they are and stuff. And yes, I agree with that in a part, but again, Britain is a big nation. We are a big nation of people from different ethnic backgrounds, cultures, communities, different races, different languages. We all adjust to who we are. We all try to get on and support each other. And I found it really quite nice that he talked about, supporting his mum when she was ill before she sadly passed away. And I understand that he had caring responsibilities until he felt guilt for touring during the time that she was ill. And I understand he has to make a living and stuff like that. So, but again, I think just that little bit of attitude at the very beginning kind of let him down, because he was just like, well, when can I go? Can I go as soon as I can? I'm thinking, hold on a minute. You're being paid big money for this programme. You're answering these questions that are being asked of you. You know exactly what you're walking into. So I kind of felt that the whole atmosphere down a little bit, because he was just like, oh. But then all the people seemed to ask him some really genuine, thoughtful questions. They seemed to respect him, and I really did enjoy watching the episode. I thought it was really well done. The questions were well paced and separated, and they had a mix of physically disabled, learning disabled, and autistic neurodivergent adults asking the questions, and they were taking turns coming up one at a time. So it wasn't just a constant one. It was constant, like one, then it'd be like 2 or 3 minutes in the next one, 2 or 3 minutes in the next one, and it was just literally a case of people coming up and asking their question. And I thought Lenny Henry actually towards the middle and the end came up to sound like an actually genuine person. He didn't seem as stuck up as he was at the beginning of the programme. I think after the time he knew what to expect, he knew what he was letting himself in for, he knew that he was going to be getting no question off bounds, no topic off bounds. They even asked him about his divorce to Dawn French, which I thought was a bit strange, but again, no topic, no question was off bounds, so he answered to the best of his ability. And I understand that he kind of feels that he struggled working with people who weren't necessarily black or mixed race or any kind of things like that, and I understand that he felt that was a bit difficult for him. But again, Britain is Britain. We are people who work together no matter what your colour, race, background, skin colour, age, ethnicity, disability, non-disability. We all try and support each other, and that's what makes Great Britain what it is. So yeah, I really enjoyed watching him interact and seeing how he adjusted his attitude to each question, each person. He said hello, he greeted them by name, he was very polite, and I think that showed him to be in a better light than the first 2 or 3 minutes of the episode. And he slowly started laughing and adjusting his posture, like he would move and shake his head and nod his head rather than just sitting there looking like bolt upright, which I think made him look a lot more better in the public light, and he actually seemed to want to laugh and joke with them. So yeah, I will link the episode down below in the video description if you wish to watch it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.